Michigan has voted to certify the results of the general election. Of course, this is the Michigan State Board of Canvassers. Earlier in this election cycle, there was this huge brouhaha over the Wayne County Board of Canvassers, with the two Republicans on that board refusing to certify and then later certifying. And then they tried to renege on their certification, but they were unable to. So the question was really left up to the Michigan State Board of Canvassers. And luckily, they have voted to certify the election results. That means that Joe Biden has officially won the state's 16 electoral votes. So there was still a little bit of drama when it came to the state Board of Canvassers, and I want to detail that for you right now. One of the two Republican members of the Michigan State Canvassing Board, Aaron Van Langevelde, joined the two Democrats to vote to certify the election results after it was actually unclear how he would vote prior to the meeting. The other Republican on the board, Norman Schinkel, abstained. He argued that the board should not certify the election results until the investigation into voting in Wayne County, the state's largest, which includes Detroit, was completed. Schinkel asked the Republican-led Michigan legislature to conduct a review of the 2020 election. Now, the Republican National Committee also got involved. So did the Michigan Republican Party. And they sent a letter to the Board of Canvassers on Saturday asking them to delay the certification for 14 days. They also asked them to wait for an audit of the election results in Wayne County, the largest county in the state that includes Detroit, even though state law doesn't allow that. But regardless of what they wanted, in the end, the Michigan State Board of Canvassers did vote, and luckily they voted to certify the election, solidifying the fact that Biden won the state of Michigan. And Cenk, real quick, there's also some good news out of Pennsylvania, where the Pennsylvania Supreme Court finally heard the Trump campaign's case regarding basically throwing out, disenfranchising voters and throwing out millions of ballots. So as the Michigan board debated Monday, Pennsylvania's Supreme Court rejected the Trump campaign's effort to block the counting of certain absentee ballots, clearing the way for votes to be certified in multiple counties, including Philadelphia. Now, the Pennsylvania Board of Canvassers still hasn't voted to certify. We're waiting on that. But based on what we're seeing, it appears that they're going to certify as well.
Okay, so this is the one we were really worried about because Michigan state legislators went to go meet with Donald Trump at the White House on Friday. And then during the weekend, one of them came out and said, there could be a constitutional crisis here. And he didn't indicate which way he would go in the constitutional crisis, saying, yeah, basically indicating that picking a different slate of electors was still on the board and being discussed. And it didn't seem that he knew which way the state board of canvassers were going to go. So it's a huge relief to see that they certified 3-0. So Schinkel didn't vote no, he abstained. His wife had signed an affidavit as part of a Trump campaign lawsuit in the state, so that's obviously relevant. And at the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter, it's 3-0. Michigan is over and in the books. Donald Trump is almost completely out of options. First of all, his followers, of course, don't know any of that. They just follow his Twitter account, insane right-wing websites and some news outlets. And so they're of the belief that Trump has totally won. They live in a different planet. So outside, as they're certifying the vote, the Trump supporters were chanting 4 more years, 4 more years.
It's crazy.
Maybe of the Obama-Biden team, but so no, but they really believe like, oh no, we got this. This is almost over. Trump's gonna get 4 more years. No, it is almost over. That's true. So we certify in a couple of places like Pennsylvania, and it's gone. In fact, here I'll make a fun small prediction. You'll see a news story probably within the next week or so that Trump had an interesting, provocative conversation with a general or two. And they'll say, no, of course, they didn't talk about any options in regards to the election, but that's what it'll be about, right? And the generals will, if you will, shoot him down. That's insane, that won't happen, but will Trump broach it? Well, now that he's almost completely out of options legally, electorally, in every way imaginable, The only thing left is militarily. Now that's, again, it's not gonna happen in America. I'm a lot less worried about that than I was about the state legislators. But it doesn't mean that Trump won't try. And for those folks at home who say, well, look, Trump is a principled guy who wants to vote verify, and that's all he cares about. I just gotta have two quick comments. One is, well, Wayne County, I mean, there are irregularities. As we told you last week, there was more irregularities in other Republican counties, and Republicans in Michigan said, we do not want those audited, touched, or in any way changed. We want them certified. Wayne County that had less charged, alleged irregularities, they said, well, that's a problem because it's got a lot of black Democratic voters. Oh, they left out that part about the black and Democratic voters, but it's super obvious. So if it was a Republican county, they had no interest in touching it at all. But when it came to a Democratic county, they wanted all of it tossed out. In the Pennsylvania case, they said every vote in Pennsylvania should be nullified. A Federalist Society.
It's insane.
Yeah, a Federalist Society right-wing judge was like, are you guys crazy? You want me to, you don't have enough evidence to throw out he literally said this. You don't have enough evidence to throw out a single vote, and you want me to throw out 7 million votes. So that's the kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs these guys are at. And last reminder for me is Trump won 2016 in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin by 78,000 votes, and that's why he won the presidency. This time around, those 3 states are still close, but combined they're 255,000 votes. So Trump and all of his cronies say 255,000 is so close, you have to do recounts, hand counts, verifications, etc. But 78,000 wasn't close enough, so we didn't need any of that. And that's the argument they made in 2016. So as usual, facts and logic not required. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.